Gonna make a podcast, yeah, yeah. Patreon.com/PKA. Oh yeah, it's a podcast. Oh yeah.
It's not very good.
Fuck you. I put myself out there. Fuck you. I put myself out there.
That's how it goes.
You don't shit on dreams. You don't shit on dreams.
All right, here. I like this one. What's up with the hat? Do you have distant Irish framing relations, or is it a fashion statement?
I just like the hat.
You wear it all the time, though, right? Like
and it's never like a baseball hat or a ski cap.
I don't have a good baseball. I don't have a good baseball hat. I used to wear a baseball hat all the time.
Nobody just likes those hats.
I like
you either
these
like hats or you don't like hats.
Hipsters have stolen blinders. Hipsters have stolen the fedora. I can't wear a fedora. Plus, I can't wear it with a headset. It just doesn't work out that way. I like fedoras a lot. Fuck you, Kyle. Okay, fedoras are
I was
cool.
imagining if you cut holes in your fedora so that you could wear the headset, and the top of the bars just like went through a hole in the fedora.
Do you have a neck beard?
Yeah, that would be something that someone with a fedora would do.
Yeah, you know,
I think he's got the neck beard.
Yeah, I do. So I can't wear a fedora because then I'm a hipster douche.
As opposed to what kind of douche are you now?
Just trim up here and keep this? Is that what you're saying?
Just trim under here. Just get all the neck clean. And that way it looks better.
Just keep this? Yeah, that's a good idea.
No. Taylor's 100% wrong. Do the inverse. Just keep the neck.
Keep the neck. Just keep the neck.
That is never a good look.
You want to look like you're a Mennonite laborer constructing a home. We're kind of Amish, but we use computers.
I could go Amish.
You never see a good-looking guy rocking that facial hair, like just the neck hair. Like never once have you seen like a guy wearing like the neck thing and be like, that's a good-looking guy. Maybe he's pulling that neck beard off. Well, yeah. Look how close
his Adam's apple looks great with all that.
Can't even see it.
Can't even see his Adam's apple. That's how good it is. Thick like a forest.
Oh, this is all the long con for Chiz. He's intentionally doing the hat and the beard, so when Kyle does invite him to the boot camp and he loses all the weight and there's the reveal, he's going to be wearing clothes like a normal adult and he's going to look great.
I really like this heat between the two of them. As someone who's named a few kids, you almost just have to let that go. You know, my name is literally Boner. You know, the hope rhymes with dope. They used to call me Fat Matt when I was a kid. Wasn't fat.
I remember that.
You made them comfortable. And comfort is the key. Been in this game a long time. If you can make, and I've said this a million times, I've said it to girls to their face. I have a way of getting my way. The end. And they're like,
he was holding a knife when he said it, but
no. Listen.
I'm gonna make you come.
My favorite thing back in my wilder days. I would be at a bar, and I would walk up to an attractive girl at a bar, and she's like, "We'll get talking about something," and I'm like, "Maybe later we'll come back to my place." She said, "I don't know about that." I said, "Well, I have a way of getting my way." And she said, "What's that mean?" I said, "You'll see." Next thing you know, we talk, we laugh, we cut up for a couple hours. Guess where we end up? You see where I'm getting at.
Her tied up in the back.
No. I drove a Corvette, so technically I couldn't do that.
Quaaludes involved, Taylor. He's not an animal.
All it takes is a sternly worded sentence and just brandishing. just showing that you're carrying. That's enough to win most women's hearts.
Can we pretend I went for coffee?
Let's pretend. Kyle.
Yes.
I want one of your Am I the Asshole stories.
Okay. Let me try to think here. I'll try to be quick about this. I'm trying to think about a situation. A lot of these I'm thinking about. I'm like, yeah, you were the asshole. I'm trying to think about one that's a little more ambiguous. It's like usually I kind of am the asshole.
Okay. That I might have been an asshole. So I was very young at a PetSmart, and they had a bunch of treats, dog treats, laid out in like a weird, like they were trying to make it look like it was human, you know, when they try and make animal food look human. Like, oh my god, it's like a buffet of shit. And there were Oreos that looked exactly like real Oreos, but they were dog Oreos. And I was very young, so I didn't even think about it. Like, it was all laying out. So I just grabbed some, took them home, forgot about them for a bit. And then I thought it would be funny one day before school if I would put those into a plastic bag and bring them and give them to someone there, telling them that they were Oreos. It didn't. The only thing about them that didn't look like Oreos is that it didn't say Oreo.
It had a paw instead.
Yeah, it had like dog bone or something on there. Not right enough to keep a child away though. And so I brought them to school. There are only like 5 or 6 of them in there. Like it was a little tiny snack bag.
Okay.
Gave it to my friend, and of course at that age, like any time now, like if someone showed up and was like, "Hey, you want this bag of Oreos?" I'd be like, "That's weird." If you brought a big bag of Oreos and you were eating some and you offered me a couple, that would make sense. But why did you pack me a snack bag of Oreos?
Yeah.
So
Why are all of those for me? Oh yes, they're all for you. Well, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, full of Oreos. I just want to sit here and watch you eat them.
So who'd you give the Oreos to?
It was me and my best friend, and then the kid that kind of hung out with us. Like we were only in 2nd or 3rd grade or something. So like the kid that, when in doubt, kind of tease him a bit to get the best friend to like me more, and best friend teased that kid. So I gave him the Oreos, and he ate all of them. Like I don't know what they tasted like, but they must have been
Oreos.
close.
Yeah.
He thought like, this is my final initiation to be eat these Oreos, and so he ate all of them, and he became violently sick. Like probably 3 to 5 hours later, like just like asking the teacher to go to the bathroom over and over, like going in there, staying in there. Teacher had to keep going out and check on him, and he either like went home early from school, or his mom like rushed because they got a call of like, "Oh, your son's been like in the bathroom all day. Maybe he has like constipation problems or something. Just come pick him up real quick." And so I don't think he figured out that it was because I gave him effectively a lot of dog food.
Yeah.
But I don't. It could make me an asshole because I did it knowingly, but I don't think.
I'm going to give you a pass because you're in the 2nd grade. I knew a guy that got killed in a state prison. I'm like, what? Why? Stole potato chips.
This is a good tip for you guys listening out there. Commit federal crimes.
Federal crimes, boys.
Yeah.
Always federal crimes.
Go big or go home.
That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Well, you don't go home.
Do it right.
Go big or don't go home.
Go big and don't go home.
Possessions is still a state crime in Georgia as well. So how did you get tried for on a federal level for it?
Because we beat the state case because they wrote a bad warrant. They wrote a warrant that said they were able to search my home due to the fact that I was wearing shorts.
I haven't heard this little bit.
Were they tie-dye? Because they're kind of stoner.
No, they were
probable cause.
I had some cargo shorts on, and they said because I was wearing shorts, that meant that I was heading straight home with the half ounce of marijuana, and therefore they had the right to search my home. Whereas if I'd been wearing slacks, I guess, then I was going about my day into the world, and so that was going to get thrown out. So was all of the evidence that was actually acquired, but the feds, because of the types of firearms that I owned, were able to search my house regardless, just because I had been found to possess any marijuana whatsoever, like a seed of marijuana or a 100th of a gram of marijuana would give them the ability to search my home. So the state lost their case, and so the feds picked it up.
What do they do with the guns? They just hold on to them, put them in a big vault somewhere?
Probably destroy them.
Oh, that's a shame.
What would you, 200K? Like, you get more than that in guns.
Yeah, closer to 400.
They took $400,000 worth of guns? Holy cow.
I had half an ounce of marijuana. I was a real danger to society. You have to understand.
I didn't trust him either. When they called me, I said, leave no stone unturned.
I said, did you know there's more guns in the basement?
Did you check the bunker out back?
He comes over to my shop. He was just there literally 2 days ago at my shop. He comes walking in, gut hanging out, wearing jogging pants because God knows blue jeans won't go around him anymore. And he walks in, and and I pick at him a little bit or something like this. Well, that hurts my feelings. That's why I did it. If it didn't hurt your feelings, I wouldn't make fun of you. I mean, you got to be tough. People, you know why I can make fun of fat people? Because they used to be fat. You got to be able to take a joke. You know what I'm saying? It didn't.
The same reason I make fun of retarded people.
Well, about anybody.
But you beat it.
Well, it's an uphill fight. Every day is a struggle. Because there's a lot of stories. I met a lot of interesting people, and it's a stupid fucking thing. Nobody, if I were the judge, I would let 90% of the people I met in there out, because it's like they're not planning on doing anything else. They just want to go back to life. You know,
Right.
they're all planning on like, oh, I'm gonna be a forklift driver, or I'm gonna get my CDL. I'm gonna drive a truck. You know,
Yeah, sky's the limit.
But these are people who make bad decisions, though, right? Like a lot of them. When confronted with it,
Fuck up the other eyebrow.
yeah.
Okay.
Because that would make me look like a horned owl, the most ferocious kind. So
Of owls. Ooh.
Can you just alter your eyebrow like in a way that you mess up your hair? Can you mess up your eyebrow and get a peak there?
no, it
Can you
does.
gel your brows?
No, they're
There's a hint.
totally static, very static eyebrow. It's this one that's just a fucking shit show. I had a kid when I was in 3rd grade.
You
His
had a
name
kid?
was Joe. A kid in 3rd grade. He came up to me with scissors, and when I was there in art, he just snipped the top of my eyebrow off. Just walked up and cut the top of my eyebrow off and said, "I don't like the way your eyebrow is."
I'm doing you a favor,
And
Taylor.
that was the first time in my whole life I realized there was anything weird about it. That it grew up this way. When this kid walked up to me and just, "I don't like the way your eyebrow is," with that 3rd grade honesty of, I don't understand subtext or,
Or
implying things.
And those
Or
rounded
social
tip
cues.
3rd grade scissors that don't cut.
Yeah, safety scissors.
Oh yeah,
Taylor,
I'm
stop
lucky it was
moving.
a clean sweep. It could have been a, kid-safe gnawing fest across my forehead.
Did he literally cut it? Like, was there a difference? Do you remember?
Yeah, he cut this time. He didn't do a very good job.
I was gonna say he sounds like a scissor ninja.
No, but he didn't get it all off. He snipped the top part. I also had a high school girlfriend who, when we were, hanging out one time.
Wait,
was
what
like,
do you mean
"Hey,
by hanging out?
Hanging out.
Yeah, was it hanging out?
You
at the
took a while
time?
to throw that one out.
doing things that Christ wouldn't approve of before certain
Okay.
vows were taken.
Okay.
And she just was like, "Just let me snip it. Just let me snip it. I want to snip it. I just want to see. I just want to see." And so she cut it, and as soon as she did it, she was like, "Oh, I took too much off." And so then I had to go to the bathroom and look in the mirror, and I looked like a goddamn lunatic with a geometry fucking Tetris eyebrow that didn't fit at all. I couldn't just shave it off because you had to shave both off. It was not ideal. So those are the only 2 stories of someone trying to correct my eyebrow.
Is it like
form.
that?
I was thinking like, I ain't never gonna fuck up again.
Okay.
See, he was in there a short period of time, and he started talking like that already.
I ain't gonna never. Yeah, this is how. By the way, anybody wondering why I had so many problems in prison? This is how I talked the whole time. I used my prison Kyle voice.
Yes.
They didn't take to it none.
You should have done the purple do-rag.
I should have done that sling blade voice like Billy Bob Thornton. Mm-hmm.
That
They
would
just
have
thought
been a long 8 weeks. I'm only 4 days in and people don't care for it, but I've already committed to the bit.
More annoying than your cellmate. Silly sounds like
call it a
Sling
shower rape. I call it Tuesday.
At this point, I don't think people are bullying me because they think I'm a retarded.
Yeah.
Blade. Insult. Like it's
Sounds kind of healthy.
Sounds like a cookie.
it's not disgusting like you might think of as a dog bone.
No, I've tried dog bones and dog food. That was another story of spite against my parents when I was little. My mom once told me we were having. She told me we were having spinach casserole. I must have been 5 or 6, and out of spite, I crawled into the kitchen, crawled and hid, and then ate a bunch of food out of my Max, my dog at the time, his bowl, just pounded dog food. And so my mom called me for dinner. I'm like, "I'm already full. I already ate. I had dog food. I'm not eating your
You
spinach
preferred
casserole."
dog food than spinach
It
casserole.
was, even at that age, it was just a way of sticking it to her. I'd
Well, you
rather
really
eat
showed
fucking
her.
dog food. But I thought at the time that I did, but I got sent to my room with no TV, so it didn't work out.
Dr. Chiz, what is something you want to accomplish in life? Like a long-term goal of yours that would be the most satisfying if you attained it?
New hat.
Yeah, I don't care. It's a shark.
I don't care about fish or
I
sharks.
certainly don't care about sharks.
They're scary. They should be less scary if they want us to care about them.
That's right. Be less scary.
Yeah. And, if we just keep culling the herd of these scary sharks, a couple 100 years, we're going to have nice, friendly sharks.
I mean, I can't argue with that logic.
That's true. That's what we did to dogs and wolves. I'll go so far as to say it's exactly the same as what we did to dogs and cats.
So you think maybe we'll domesticate sharks someday and they'll be our friend?
If they prove useful. So far, dolphins have the lead. If we can handle that rape problem they have, they'll secure the victory.
Hey,
but
you know,
they don't rape.
I'm okay with dolphin rape. They don't have a law. They don't have laws.
Oh, you mean dolphins raping each other? Well, I was talking about like when they.
I meant dolphins raping people.
Oh, okay. You're right. That isn't against the law.
You go into their domain. Don't be surprised if you get slipped a little bottlenose cock.
By that logic, they shouldn't be surprised when they swim right into a Pepsi container.
You know, you see that six-pack ring and you can't figure that out. That's evolution. That's Darwinism right there.
That's true. They didn't deserve to survive. The dolphin.
And look, if you swim into my domain, I see that blowhole.
You're gonna fuck it.
I mean, of course I'm gonna fuck it.
Is a blowhole fuckable? How far down does that go?
It's absolutely fuckable.
What is it? How far down does it go? All the way.
All the way.
You just, I'm just.
You know what's terrible? You know what's terrible? We're just being gross, but like, someone has done it.
Oh yeah, someone. Throughout time, hundreds of people.
Dude, we had another guy. This is gay, but Phil was Yugoslavian, and I guess he's Serbian now because they broke up. But he was Yugoslavian, and for whatever reason, when he was passed out drunk, we thought it would be a good idea to shave his pubes, and he was kind of resisting, but he was passed out drunk, so he's just kind of like, I don't know, like half-heartedly sort of putting his arms in the way and stuff. And we like yanked down his basketball shorts, shaved it off, and got like a triumphant clump of pubes, right? It was like, oh, look at this fucking, like a tennis ball full of pubes shaved from above his dick. And the next morning, we're like, we got you, we got you. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, look, check your balls out. You've got no hair left. And he pulls it down, and he still has this giant, like, head of pubes. Like we had barely made a dent, and it was a big old clump. The man had pubes for days, and he got past our shaving. So
I didn't do a lot of pube shaving on my friends. I guess we were on a whole different level.
Yeah, I want to understand this. How did you get him by shaving his pubes? I got your pubes all over my hands.
So you guys, I groomed the shit out of your balls while you were sleeping. Joke's on you, though, am I right? It was good down there. Good job.
Hey,
yes.
That is odd.
You've got quite the range of hijinks you've went through, like B&E's shaving another man's balls, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah. Young Woody had the new stories pop up all the time. But yeah.
Man, the 40s.
I think you nearly put me on the wrong track.
Well, I got it here now. Now we know. So this is the lotion I use. Like I said, SPF 15.
How big is the package?
1.69 ounces. But it lasts a long time, a pump a day.
Hey, apply some. I want to see the full process.
Is anyone else getting a little turned on?
On your way to work, we're watching Kyle get some lotion out of the bottle. He's rubbing it in his hands pretty nice. Gonna apply it. Remember not to do it tonight. God forbid you put 2 pumps in one day. You look too young.
Kyle never had another cigarette since. No, that was a different situation. Ultra Lift Miracle Anti-Age Anti-Fatigue Night Cream. So who is this? You didn't show me the the logo.
Oh, Garnier.
Miracle Youth Cream. Come over here, sir. I've got a fine elixir for you.
I've also got this.
See, this Amazon does this. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with this. But you can get one for $4.59. Or you can get 2 for $16.
That's a good deal. You don't want to lose money on this.
I feel like I'd rather add 2. All right, so I'm going to add this one.
This is my face mask. This is from Kiyaku.
Okay, I'm not going to do the face mask because I'm a boy.
But even my dad does those. So it's Kiyaku.
It's a face. I'm not going to put this. No, absolutely not.
I want
It's
to
not
see
average.
it. Really
It's a mineral-rich volcanic mud complex, and it helps to dry out impurities, remove excess oil, and encourage cell renewal. And I use this about once a week.
What was the other one? The cream that I didn't see the front of the label.
Yeah, so this is Lotus Eye Gel with calming cucumber extract. Reduces puffiness and dark circles. If I've had a late night, didn't get any sleep, I always like to rock this stuff.
Oh my god! Like, that's so funny that you point out. You bought mud that's from a volcano. You're like one step away from bloodletting.